What's up, Josh? Right account on the first try and everything. Missed a string on that one. Watching anything good? What kind of podcast? What is an eggnog? Eggs, heavy cream, vanilla. What up, Mullins? That's what I'm talking about. You know what? I think comedians are pretty smart people. Because for usually a comedian, it takes intelligence to create a good joke. Egg, milk, heavy cream, vanilla, and sugar. I was pretty close. Spikes are a tad sharper on the loadout too, which comes down to machining error because I copied it from the Loadout 1. What up, Wiggs? Oh, I actually thought you were talking to Mullins. A teal 2nd gen Banshee? Like the Proto V2? That might have been Seafoam. I don't even see it. All I want for Christmas is the G Squared catalog laid out by release date. Does anybody want to get me a Christmas present? It's free. Once I get that, I'm going to go through, finalize the displays in order. This would be the one and only Unicorn Storm. I don't think kids like Pogs. I think adults that liked Pogs when they were kids like Pogs. That would be a fun gift for Jonah right now. Some Pogs. I don't know if he's too young for this or not. Um, I got him and my brother and myself one of the Commander Magic the Gathering stock decks. We're going to see if he can learn how to play Magic the Gathering, and we'll just keep it to where you have your stock deck, so it doesn't turn into a card collecting and deck building thing yet. He's far too young for that, if he can even figure out the game. What's up, Cody? How's the music volume? Probably a hair loud? You think he's gonna do fine at Magic the Gathering? So, my choice was Magic because I played Magic when I was a kid. That other game seems like I would like it too. And maybe that was the better choice. But I like the idea of the game builds strategic thinking. However you say, Orcana, I've never played it. I was like to see the packs at the store. Mr. Conley, welcome to the show. Thank you for the coffee, sir. How's Texas treating you? Wiggs, are you going to be at a club tomorrow? I'm going to do my absolute best to make it late after we get home and get Jonah to bed. What's up, Derek? Magic the Gathering has the Avatar crossover now. I mean, I'm not trying to get into all of that. Just the basic Commander deck, and we're going to do no adjustments. What's up, Zach? I'll have to check. I don't know if I have many trash grade tie. Usually I can get them to glitch. You could make a wind chime out of aluminum. Just got your jackpot. Let's go. I'm hoping the jackpot is the good entry point for a lot of us into the wide game. I still can't get behind a 60mm wide yo-yo. But now, like a performance yo-yo that's similar size to the Area 51, I think everybody that gets it shall enjoy. Make any headway on that floor? Brad, I am still kind of... So after I get testing these, I'm going to Home Depot. I'm going to see my best option to try and shim up that edge. And see what other transition pieces they have. Because once I got to thinking about the transition on that entryway, shimming it up, I really have to shim that whole wall so the pieces next to the doorway don't have like a step down sideways, so that they're all slightly leading from that room and then they all taper off, so it's a slight decrease from the wall side of that entryway. I think I had to do it all the way across. This is just the way anodizing works. Sometimes the wash comes out better than others. Sometimes there's more of one color. It's a wash of 3 colors. So they're always a little bit different. So surface area plays an aspect, cup design, and then just the mix of the dyes. You think the Loadout 2 gives you Barracuda vibes? I mean, oftentimes yo-yos look similar to a different one, but I don't really see the CUDA there. Yeah, I am gonna look at the raising of the whole thing as well. It's also sloped down at that entryway slightly. So if I raise the whole thing, I'm still going to be... Once the wood's nailed down, it'll be flat there, but it still does come up. Because if I take a 2.5 foot board and I press on the other end, it almost comes up flush with that entryway. So that makes me feel good about the shim. Now, Zach, so like what you're going to get is coming from the shop, but like everything's like delayed. So just because these are like the next thing that came out from when you won ATC, I've had these. I'm not sure if that fully makes sense. It's almost like I get things and then they're in a quarantine room for a month or two. Sometimes I have to get rid of them right away. But I like to have things before I need them. And then some things just get all the way goofed up, like the AL7 Herdsman not here. Jackpot gives you Barracuda vibes? I don't think I get Barracuda vibes from that either. I think my most Barracuda vibe would be like the Thai Covey, and that doesn't even give me that much. Outside of I'll take it as a compliment because the Barracuda was a good yo-yo. Yeah, definitely. Thank you. So far, only praise for the jackpot. Some people were worried that it's too close to one of the wild throws until they played it, and the jackpot is built with a lot more stability and spin time. So they play quite a bit different on the string. It just depends on what you're looking for then at that point. I don't know how close the specs are either, so I'm not exactly sure which one that it was being compared to. I want it to be a difficult choice because I want them to be evenly picked, and this was dead even. Half and half, right down the middle for what was picked. So I try to do two similar colorways, but on the different side of the color spectrum. So if you don't like the pink blue, then you had the Firestorm. You don't like the red yellow, you had the pink blue. Yeah, since then the people that have played both say they don't play anything alike. Other minor adjustments we did that you wouldn't know when you get it, take a look at your pads. Your pads are going to start being slightly recessed, like from the 1 to the 2, and you'll notice that if you really look at them. Like I said, the spike is sharper on these, more playable, a little sharper, but that was a machine shop issue, not a design change. What's a Christmas tradition for us? We have quite a few. We always go to an alumni breakfast where my wife went to college to see Santa. I'm not sure how that'll work as we get older. I don't know if we'll still do it. We go see, there's a area that has a big, like, well put together and then donated Christmas trees that are donated and then auctioned off for charity. So we always go see those trees. That's not a good time, but my wife likes it. What else do we do? We have a Christmas party here. And Santa comes and brings all the kids a gift. We do... Usually we'll do Christmas Eve service with my mom. My wife likes to get the kids all pajamas for Christmas Eve, for Christmas morning. Those are like the traditions for every yearly thing. What's up, 7785? So in love. I like it to reduce snag. The prior ones were two. All right, hold on. 2/100ths of a millimeter recessed. So these ones are 5/100ths of a millimeter recess. So almost double the recess. So it's still not a large number. It just feels a little better, especially sometimes when your pad gets a little bump in it or something. This is helps cover for that. I think it works out especially well for the G20s. G19s, they can be, the fleshness is okay, but I like the little bit of a recess on these G20s. I think maybe So in Love was wondering if we think he owns a yo-yo. Uh-oh, did Wiggs answer me? The interesting part about Affirm and Klama, is that what it is? Or PayPal Pay in 4? Do you guys remember how the department stores all had a layaway section? And you would be able to get something, take it to the layaway section, and then once you paid it off, you could take it home. So it's kind of similar to that, but you get the item before actually paying for it. Is that how the layaway works? You have to pay for it, right? Kmart, Walmart, Target, Sears. Loadout 2 be testing well. Sounds good, Alex. If I remember your email, I'll put you on there again. Practice ends at 9. I usually get out of there at 9:15. Home 9:25. Jonah asleep 9:50, which is kind of crazy for a second grader. And I'm not sure why the school sets it up that the youngest kids are the lowest on the totem pole. But yeah. Blue light special. You go find the blue light item at Kmart. See you, Alex. I knew I got an axle knot. I am not going to learn Funky Fig today. As soon as I get these tested, I've got to go to Home Depot and get stuff to install my floors tomorrow. My actual plan was to test these last week and learn Lotus Bloom again, but here we are. I think I wasn't prepared, because prepping the store and then selling the Week of Wonders was one thing. Packaging, boxing, and shipping them was another thing. And I had less time this week now before December, so we're all kinds of messed up. And I don't know how much I said about the flooring. I have hardwood floor I'm installing, and I thought I was going to have it done before Thanksgiving, but I didn't read correctly about the acclimation time in your house. I thought it was 3 to 5 days. We got hickory, which is a harder wood, so it's at least 2 weeks. I'm missing one. I wonder if I left it in the light box. What's the difference between the Loadout 2? Big fan of the OG safety room version. Too long, didn't read. Actually, the opposite. Too long, didn't write or talk about it. It's a little bit bigger diameter, a little bit wider, a little bit lighter. Plays more agile with more spin time and stability. The Loadout 2 versus the Loadout 1. Very similar shape and hand, obviously. Can confirm, is dope. I really like the color of this Firestorm when it spins. Well, not that I don't like it when it doesn't spin, but the Unicorn Storm I like better sitting. The Firestorm has a really nice color palette when spinning. I mean, I'm not sure how great of a image you're gonna get there, but big facts, Grant. What am I doing? I already tested this. LVP, that is luxury vinyl plank. We had some floating floors in my old house that I didn't love, probably installer error. If I was going to do it again, I would glue the pieces together when I did it for the floating floor, even though you don't have to. Because you start to get like some of the planks slide apart, and that bothered me on the vinyl. What's up, Venom? The other part, so it sounds like you want to do your whole first floor. Did I read that right or make that up? Yeah, main level. It can be hard to go in from room to room. So the transition pieces are annoying with different colors, but there is an aspect there that makes it a little easier. Ooh. What up, Mojo? The burb lied to you. What does that mean, Nico? Mojo, I think I always see you liking music I like on Instagram. I do remember that. The Loadout 2s are feeling nice. Much better than a Hollywood sequel. That's how they're feeling. Because it's actually more the same that you like and love. If Fast and Furious can do it, so can Loadout. No Christmas throws for the holidays. Often I've thought about that green and red idea, and I would like to do like a respawn with like a Grinch or something. But outside of like, I don't want to have something without like a specific art to display, like the respawn artist editions that are like holiday specific. And maybe it's just because it's the green and red that makes it hard for Christmas. Where I've done like pastel colors for like Easter. But no green and red. I don't even think I have like anything that it could be thrown in there then. I think I have a couple red yo-yos, but I don't think anything for Christmas. Most likely we'll do this Friday's drop might just be a lottery, and then I'll do one more release that's like a final drop for Christmas. Right now I'm struggling deciding if I'm going to have time to do any of the Secret Santa Jake stuff. I think if I announce that Monday, I can give you till Wednesday. Do you have like a disquieted pirate with a Christmas Santa hat on? What up, Philip? Fellow cereal connoisseur. Great rankings yesterday with you, my friend. All those people that were complaining didn't even watch the video, so they have no right to complain. S'mores graham cereal. I think I have, and I didn't like it. I think it had that mapley on the graham. I don't like that fake, whatever that is. Oh, I mean, we didn't forget Apple Jacks. We talked about it in the video. sure if there's like a masking on this or a little indent. What's up, Tal Hab in was SI? I don't know. Was I? I don't know. Yeah, this is my full-time gig. Design, make yo-yos, assemble, test, sell. Is it possible to do this black out swirl in other colors for the swirl part? So the swirl part is engraved on those. So you can also do like a black engraving for the most part, but that's it. So I could do like a ghost engraving or an engraving under the ano. No, I went to school for accounting and business, so I guess that plays in some way because I have to do all the business aspects of the job too. I just played a lot of yo-yo, and through designing yo-yos, you kind of learn what works well for yo-yos. So at this point, I feel like I'm pretty good at design. I've designed lots and lots of yo-yos. I mean, like the stuff I make now is not just because of style changes in yo-yo, just much better designed. I have some opinions, but anything secret or special hiding I can buy as a backup for the giveaway if needed. It should be good though. Looking for backup options. I have like different colorways of stuff that's been released, so it kind of just depends on what exactly you're looking for. Holy cow. I am very sorry, Trevor. I just realized I forgot to look at my order history to see if your Secret Santa had gotten something, so I'm assuming that already had to have been shipped out. That's my bad. Oh, I just used FreeCAD. The actual design of yo-yo is pretty basic in the design world. It just comes down to understanding the proper weighting for yo-yos. Alright, sounds good, Trevor. That's my bad. I apologize for that. Customer service is lacking, just like the product manager. Do you remember how much twerking you had to do to the Unity design I sent you? Not a whole lot. Um, but I don't think there was that much change. But I pretty much changed all the lines, if that makes sense. I don't think that's going to make sense, but um, basically I redesigned it from scratch to match what you wanted. I did not use your file. So actual changes though, like that would have needed to been done, I don't know. The multiple things slowed that down, but yeah, all my projects this second half have been much slower than anticipated. Well, I didn't remember if you had sent me the file as well or just the image. So I think I tried to keep it close to what you had, and I don't know that you would have had to have changed much. But it's been so long I don't fully remember. What stage is it at now? Waiting to be machined? And that's just my guess. I don't actually recall. I have a lot of open projects that honestly I haven't checked in on. I actually think it was supposed to be machined with or right after the Allegiance. So there's, in theory, it could have been machined, but I ran into that Allegiance issue that I'm working on. We're working on pricing and figuring out the best solution. Oh, and what the timeline would be for new parts. Alright, folks, 2 more and I'm off to Home Depot. One glitch out of a stack, that's pretty dang good. Guardian news? You can be waiting a while, my man. Yeah, my back already hurts just thinking about it. We'll get it done though, and it'll be fun to say I did it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's the stream for the Loadout 2. Hopefully you have one in the mailbox shortly.